Hey ho, it's Marco Catania again, representing Charles Sturt University with yet another study aid for the subject ITI 597. Hey, today we're going to take a closer look at some of the basic concepts for the process problem management. So some of the basic concepts for the process problem management. Yeah, Houston, we've got a problem. So what is a problem again? A problem, it says here, a problem is the cause or the underlying root cause of like one significant or more like repetitive incidents. So a problem is the cause of one or more incidents. Now the cause is not usually known at the time you actually record your problem record. So for example, the application keeps crashing. We don't know what's causing it as yet, but let's at least identify and record a problem record. So the problem management process is then responsible for further investigation. Remember, problem management is all about preventing, eliminating and minimizing the impact and the pain felt by incidents. Okay, it's all about preventing, eliminating and minimizing the impact of incidents. Problem management. Yeah, problem models. Just realize that some problems will be similar in nature, similar in symptoms, and may actually come from a similar source. So why not create something like work instructions and procedures to deal with certain types of problems in the same consistent way. So it's all about working efficiently and effectively if you've got a certain problem occurring. So you're not reinventing wheels and wasting time. So problems then get a predefined path and also predefined resolvers. For example, the hardware problems, they go to the technical management teams. Whereas the application problems, they go to the application teams. So we've got the right people trying to resolve the right problems and trying to find solutions for those problems. Of course, if you can use tools in automation to support your troubleshooting approach and your troubleshooting techniques, well, please do so, because it will make your processes more efficient and more effective. So problem models, it's how you deal with certain types of problems in a consistent, repeatable way. Yeah, incidents and problem. Let's see. Hey, a server regularly crashes during business hours. So if a server crashes, then incident management will pick it up as a major incident, and typically their solution will often be a reboot of the server. A reboot during business hours. I mean, if the server is up and running again, the service has been restored, they can close the incident. But the problem is still there. So they should definitely, at least flag a problem for problem management. Hey guys, you investigate why this server keeps crashing. We've already restored it, but you will still need to do the more in-depth investigation. Now, what problem management should start to do is minimize pain. And for example, we can minimize pain here by, for example, rebooting the server on Saturday mornings, so it won't crash during business hours anymore. So it's better. It's a lot better than doing nothing. It's a lot better than waiting until the server crashes during business hours. So that's one role of problem management. It's about minimizing pain and finding more structural workarounds until they found the real permanent solution. Now, the moment you find a workaround, then problem management also needs to create a so-called known error record, a KER, and that known error record needs to go to the known error database. So from now on, this is how we deal with the server crashes. So we can actually notify, for example, the service desk, and we can notify the applicable teams out there. So we've got a workaround in place for the server. We are rebooting the server every Saturday morning to minimize pain, and we're still looking for the real cause. What's causing all these server crashes? Now, at some stage, for example, we identify the so-called root cause, and the root cause is a video card's driver, which for whatever reason doesn't properly release allocated memory, and that's what's causing all these server crashes. So the root cause in an ITIL environment, in a service management environment, is often a CI, a configuration item that sits somewhere in your infrastructure, and hopefully you also have that CI in your CMDB, your configuration management database. So the moment you identify your root cause, the CI at fault, of course you need to update the known error record with all the relevant information. Now, I assume that like you will contact like the manufacturer, and hopefully the manufacturer will then release like a new driver for you. So that's really like the solution to this error, to this recurring error. And the last thing you will need to do as problem management, you will need to like submit a request for change to replace the faulty video driver, to fix the error permanently once and forever. So that's roughly like what problem management like does, like if you look at the process like from beginning all the way to the end. So it's like identifying the problem, raising the known error record, finding a solution, and then if something needs to change, we actually raise an RFC as well to fix it. So that's problem management in a nutshell. Yeah, practice what you preach. Of course, it's about understanding the basic concepts for the problem management process. Hey, what type of IT service related problems exist in your own organization? And how are they classified? I mean, if I talk about classification, I'm talking about categorization and I'm talking about prioritization. Together, that is for me classification. So how are you categorizing your problems and how are you like prioritizing your problems? Who actually deals with them? Who deals with those problems? Where do you store the workarounds and where do you store the solutions identified for these problems? How accessible are these workarounds and solutions to like other people out there? And do some problems ask for like a similar investigation or like a similar troubleshooting approach? Try to answer some of these questions and like have fun doing so, okay? Yeah, sample question. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? Answer A. A problem for which a fix is identified is no longer a problem, but a known error. Answer B. The underlying root cause of a problem often points towards a configuration item in your infrastructure. Answer C. A problem is the unknown, unidentified cause of one or more incidents. And answer D. All problems should be dealt with equally. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about the answer, and then as usual, we continue. So what's the answer? The answer is answer D. D is actually incorrect because that's why we prioritize. I mean, some problems will have to be dealt with like right now and other problems can wait like for another like 2 or 3 months because we've got like a workaround already in place, for example, from an incident management point of view. But some problems may not even have a workaround as yet. So of course they come first. So it all depends. It depends on like the impact and the urgency and the effort required to find a workaround or solution. That's how we deal with problems. Yeah, in the next topic we're going to define and explain the key activities for the process problem management as part of the volume service operation. Hey, until then, live long and prosper. Nano nano. And as always, I'll be back.